So, Marcy, how is the morning going?
Good so far.
Making a small mess on the floor there?
So,
All right. And we're headed to Sandy McNab this afternoon.
sure.
Right now, we're making a little bit of breakfast. And with my new toy, I can scroll toward the outside and show you the Donna. Maybe. Maybe I can't. There we go. Oh, too far. There's Donna.
Oh, oh.
Yep, there's a goodness happening over here. What is the goodness? We're having some sort of, I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
Crisis.
It's a crisis. Dramatic exit to the Donna. Not very exciting. This is literally our site. Just a big long driveway with having this in return. This is the yard that we got to use. Not very exciting, but it's what we have. Welcome to Sandy McNab Campground. As exciting as this is, or isn't, depending. So over here we have the fire bowl. We have the camper. We have all that wonderful stuff. And we're right next to the, I'm never going to use it, pit toilets. Because, well, they're pit toilets. They're super gross. I don't want to be involved with everybody else's, movement of any sort. Anyway, we're getting set up. Shortly, we'll have Marcy out here. And we'll set up the Starlink and we'll be all kinds of good to go. So here's a magical view of our entire rig. And it looks massive because it is. It is big. Oh, apparently it doesn't want to go any further left. There's a little further left. The dramatic exit. The joys of camping nobody ever talks to you about. Right, Marcy?
Yep.
So I used to sit here, right here. And I thought this was a great place to sit because I had all this table to myself. And I started thinking maybe here, but I didn't like here because of the door and I'm weird that way. But sitting over here on this side of the bench, I thought was a great idea because I could actually sit here and watch TV all day. Okay. And hello, by the way. So I thought for sure, hi, I love doing this. I do. But anyway, I thought sitting there was a great idea. Then I thought sitting here was a great idea. And since then, I have learned very carefully that this is actually the place to be as motorcycles go by. I love that. I love that they're camping on my bikes. That's awesome. But anyway, I discovered the sitting here was infinitely more comfortable. This gives me just about as much space as the table, but now I have that space as well. So let's zoom in a little bit here. See, I've got a little bit of space over there, and I can actually bring that out toward me as much as I can have this space here. So I figured, you know what? This is actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good for me right there. I mean, the driver's seat does swivel around, but I think that's the better seat. And you know who I can blame for all of this wonderful idea? I can blame she who must be obeyed. We're sitting right down there. Let me see if I can zoom in on her. No, I can't really zoom in. I can see you now. There, I can zoom in on the Marcy. But anyway, no, that was the idea. Was that instead of sitting here, or even here where I could be watching TV up here, I'd sit over there where I can watch TV. I can keep my eye on the door, and I have just as much space over there as anywhere else to actually do stuff. Doing a little bit of current research, doing a little bit of stuff, thinking about RVs and that kind of thing, and I thought I would mention this. It's a short little clip, but it's an important clip because when you're thinking about what you're going to be doing, like you're going to have your computer. I don't care who you are. Marcy has her computer right here. My computer you saw is over there. I mean, you're going to have this stuff. And you're going to be doing this kind of thing all the time. You're going to be doing it. So where do you want to do it? I mean, our couch, obviously our couch doesn't look fantastic, but we have it. Anyway, it's just one of those things. So that's where we're choosing to do our stuff, and we hope for the best. Anyway, we will see you again in the next episode. Or next clip, actually. Next clip. We'll see you in the next clip. Anyway, like I was talking about in the last clip, was that you have to decide what you need your space for. You need to decide on what your needs are before you get into a rig. Well before you buy, you need to decide, do I need a dinette to work at or do I need a dinette to eat at? You have to decide that. Do I need the space between the two chairs to have a desk so that I can work there? Or do you need to work at your dinette? Can you eat at a sofa? Or do you have an extra chair? Can you eat there? Will you eat there is the big point. But these are little things that you have to seriously consider when you're going about things, you're going about doing things. Like, you have to actually plan ahead to do these sorts of things. So it's constantly important, is what it is. And it's one of those things where if you haven't actually given this any thought, because you need to give it some thought before you get into your rig. And I'm hoping that I probably should have saved this for another time, but yeah, throwing it in this video anyway. Let's see what happens. And we had a blast on the live stream, which was so much fun. But no, it's a matter of, you have to figure out, do you need that as a workspace or do you need that as an eating space? I originally thought of it as being a permanent workstation. That was my original intent with it. And then Marcy kicked me out of it, and I ended up being over here between the two chairs. But you know what? Honestly, this is actually better, because the seating situation and the TV situation, the door and everything, like, it was terrible. We go into a Class A, a bigger Class A. I'm in a Class A now. But if we go into a bigger Class A, this is probably going to change 100%. Like, I say probably, and then I say 100%. Okay, the reason why I'm thinking that is because in a bigger Class A, I'm going to have a diesel pusher. I'm not going to want to have, I'm going to have the entrance right here. So if the entrance is right here, there's no way am I going to want to do this between the two chairs, because you're in and out and I forget about it. It'd be horrible. So I would need to have a specific dedicated workstation. So it may be a dinette. It may be part of the dinette. I don't know yet. But I'm leaning heavily toward it's going to be a part of the dinette that is going to be my permanent workstation. And the dinette is going to be colossally important. So it's one of those things where I'm actually going to be heavily invested in it. I'm going to be heavily vested in doing some more research. So when I go to look at rigs, I'm going to be looking at them from the standpoint of, where am I going to do my work? Where can I do my work that makes Marcy happy if she's going to be traveling with me? And we're 50-50 with that one right now. It's a long story. But anyway, if we're going to be traveling together, then this is something that we need. We need to work out where's the workstation going to be, because it's going to be huge. And the West fella couple that was over here, they're gone. Unfortunately, they're gone. I didn't get a chance to talk to them because I didn't go over there. I didn't want to bug them because I saw they were starting to pack up. So I figured, no, leave them be. Anyway, it would have been nice to go over there to a van tour or something like that. But hey, we get van tours on the weekend. So that'll be great. And today's only Thursday, so tomorrow, Saturday, whatever, we'll do some tours. Anyway, we will be boondocking for the most part, which kind of sucks. I'm really not a giant fan of boondocking anymore. I mean, we can do it, but we have to run the generator constantly. And then it's a matter of, we got to do this, that, and the next thing. Otherwise, we're going to trip stuff. And we don't want to trip anything. And right now, you heard the air conditioner on a minute ago, and it's off again. And we're in a warm spot. There's a little bit of sun, and we're getting enough sun to make it warm in here. So when we pulled in, we ended up being around 25 degrees Celsius. No idea what that is in Fahrenheit, but 25 degrees Celsius. And for me, that's a little bit warm for my camper. I'm not really happy at 25 degrees. It's kind of sticky. So I turned the air conditioner on, dried the place up, cooled it off. Very nice. Love it. Dried it up because it takes the humidity out of the air, which I really appreciate. So it gets rid of the humidity. That's a whole other issue. That's a whole other story about how to fix that thing. We'll talk about that another time. But anyway, exciting little things. And we will talk again soon. The next clip. All right, so this is it. We're done for the night. We're done recording for the night. And the Marcy here is now going to be in every video. I'm kidding. She may not be in every video, but she'll be in a lot of videos. Because we like the Marcy, don't we? The answer is yes.
Yes.
Yeah, she doesn't care. Anyway, that's it for the videos tonight. We're about done. We're going to sit down, have something to eat. Let me show you that because I'm getting used to the gimbal. I'm still getting used to the gimbal. Anyway, there's supper. We'll figure out the gimbal another time. We'll see you in the next one. Go out there, have fun, stay safe.